So Star Wars and Marvel might be in some huge trouble because Disney is going through some major financial issues, and a lot of them are linked to Disney Plus, including Marvel and Star Wars shows. I'm actually pretty worried about this. So like I said, Disney is going through some huge financial problems right now. A lot of people were saying whenever these Marvel shows came out, whenever these 3 WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki shows came out, that Disney Plus would really take off, that Disney Plus would really boom. But that's not the case at all. Disney Plus is actually struggling right now quite a bit. And, you can't really help but look towards these Marvel shows because, whenever The Mandalorian first came out on Disney Plus, it was a huge success. It was really the only reason, The Mandalorian season 1 was really the only reason why people were subscribing to Disney Plus in the first place. Like, think about what they had on Disney Plus at the launch. Really not much. It was really just The Mandalorian season 1. Other than that, I remember they had this Jeff Goldblum show that was kind of cool. It was like Life According to Jeff Goldblum. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't worth subscribing to Disney Plus for, that's for sure. If there was no Mandalorian, then Disney Plus would have been dead on arrival. It would have been a failure at the launch, and The Mandalorian really saved it. And not only saved it, it caused a huge boom in subscribers. But now, it seems like there's a huge problem at Disney Plus right now. It seems like they're really struggling. Look at articles like this right here from Pirates and Princesses. Disney Plus subscriptions slow while Disney parks costs rise. And I know that's not a direct correlation, or I know that correlation doesn't equal causation. I know that they're not raising the parks prices strictly because the Disney Plus subscriptions are slowing. But it's just worth noting that these Disney Plus subscriptions are slowing. And a lot of people out there, there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of reports saying that this is actually going to affect the future of Star Wars and Marvel and how much that they're possibly going to put on Disney Plus going forward. I think that they're going to make all of the shows that they're already saying they're going to make, but this doesn't look good for the future past that. How much stake they're going to put into Disney Plus going forward past all the stuff they have planned. If the stuff isn't performing that they're putting out there, especially the Marvel shows, if the Marvel shows aren't performing, I think that Disney was banking big on Marvel, because you think what Marvel does at the box office every single time a Marvel movie is released, it's $1 billion movie. Now we're post-pandemic and it's, Black Widow's not doing that good, but compared to the rest of the movies that have come out since that time period, Black Widow's doing pretty good compared to those other movies. Now, Black Widow's not going to have, very much legs, so it's not going to do good. They're probably going to break even on the movie or maybe even lose a little bit, but it's doing a lot better than the other post-pandemic movies. Other than that, though, Marvel movies have been huge hits. You would expect these Disney Plus shows to do the same, to bring in a lot of subscribers, or at least to not lose a lot of subscribers, because that's what's happening now. We also have this other article from The Information. Disney Plus US growth slows sharply in first half of 2021, internal data shows. And I'm not going to pay $30 for this article, but shout out to Reddit, because somebody posted the entire article right here. Shout out to you. US subscriber growth at Disney Plus streaming service slowed down sharply in the past few months, according to internal data reviewed by The Information, with most of the growth in the service year coming from India and Latin America. The slowdown is sure to intensify a debate about whether Disney should broaden the programming on Disney Plus to appeal to a wider group of people. That is kind of my worry. I worry that Disney Plus is going to stop banking so heavily on Star Wars and Marvel, when really it's not Star Wars and Marvel's fault necessarily. I think it's kind of Marvel's fault. I don't think it's Star Wars' fault at all. I think that, if anything, Star Wars has not only saved Disney Plus, not only has Star Wars saved Disney Plus from being a failure, Star Wars has made Disney Plus what it is. It is what it is. Star Wars has made Disney Plus an extreme success. The Mandalorian alone. I'm not even talking about all the other movies from Star Wars. I'm talking about The Mandalorian has made Disney Plus what it is today. I would say probably, I'm just totally throwing out a number here, but 70% of Disney Plus subscribers are probably there because of The Mandalorian, at least. I would probably say even more than that, because you think about The Mandalorian season 1, pretty good success, did pretty well. But The Mandalorian season 2, that finale alone probably got so many subscribers for Disney Plus. So many people just in the Star Wars space on YouTube. A lot of people were totally checked out of Star Wars. I remember hearing Cameron Pasha talk about that. Totally checked out of Star Wars. They hear that Luke Skywalker comes back and they're like, okay, I'll check this out. I'll subscribe to Disney Plus. I'll watch The Mandalorian. I'll check this out. So many people did that. It revived Star Wars, and it definitely gave Disney Plus a huge boost. But now they're saying that it's struggling. It's been a while since we got some Mandalorian style content. Yes, we have the Bad Batch right now, but the casual fans out there do not care about the Bad Batch. That's really the hardcore fans, and I would consider myself a hardcore fan, and I don't care about the Bad Batch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna end up watching all of it, but I don't care about it. I don't really want to watch it. It feels like it feels like a job when I'm watching it. It feels like I have to, because I'm a Star Wars fan. It doesn't feel fun to watch that show. It just doesn't. It's just not a good show in my opinion. But it's been a while since we got something like The Mandalorian out there. It's been probably, 6-7 months or something like that. And we're not going to get anything until the Book of Boba Fett in December. So I guess we're getting Visions, but that's another thing where it's not going to pull in the casual fans. It's only going to be the diehard fans that watch that. So Disney Plus is in some major trouble right here. And they say that most of the growth is coming from India and Latin America. And somewhere down here, it says that India, right here, Disney, as many subscribers in India pay the equivalent of 45 cents a month, compared to an $8 a month in more developed markets such as the US. So most of their growth is coming from Latin America and India, and most of India is paying 45 cents a month compared to the $8 in the US. That is not a lot of money. That is not good for Disney. That's not good for Disney Plus. That's not good for the future of Star Wars and Marvel. It's just not. And it's kind of clear why. It's kind of clear why Disney Plus is not growing now that the Marvel shows are the prominent things that are coming out right now. Kevin Feige says Doctor Strange cut from WandaVision because he's white and male. I remember back when WandaVision first came out, a lot of people were really liking it. I think that the viewership was doing pretty good, according to the rumors. I don't know if Disney Plus directly released their viewership numbers, but I think that WandaVision's premiere did better than the Mandalorian's premiere or something like that. Maybe it was like the first 2 or 3 episodes of WandaVision did better than the first 2 or 3 episodes of The Mandalorian season 1, which would make sense because a lot of people didn't know about Grogu or Baby Yoda for a while, and that's what really pulled in a lot of the casuals. But after stuff happened like this, whenever Kevin Feige is saying that Doctor Strange is cut from WandaVision because he's white and male, and then you have Falcon and Winter Soldier come out, and the show, it's not bad, cool action sequence. I remember that action sequence in the very beginning of the show, and I was like, all right, this could be pretty cool. I think that this show might be actually kind of good if that's the kind of action that we're going to get for the whole thing. But then they just hammer into your head the politics the entire time, and it's just, Marvel always preaches this escapism stuff, but then they don't have escapism in their shows. They don't have escapism in their movies. They hammer home real life politics in their shows and movies, and that's just not the way to go. That's not how you build a successful universe. That's not how they've built their successful universe. Yes, it's been there. Stan Lee, I remember watching a Young Ripa video, and he shared a video of Stan Lee saying that, politics and causes that he supports, causes that he wants to push forward, have always been a part of Marvel, have always been a part of the comics that he wrote, but it's never been the main focus. And that's the key. You can have all this stuff. You can have all the politics that you want in these shows. You can have the causes that you actually want to support in your stuff, in your shows and your movies, but it has to be an underlying tone. It can't be the main thing, can't be the main focus. And that's the thing with Disney. That's the thing with especially Marvel right now. We always, condemn Star Wars for doing it, but Marvel is the main culprits right now. That's the problem. Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, they don't care about these causes. They don't care at all. It's not like Stan Lee, where he actually wanted to make the world a better place. They don't care about that. They only care about money, and that's fine. I don't blame them. They're corporations. They literally exist to make money. So it's fine, but you're ruining the stuff that you're making money with by doing this. You're not making any extra money by having the main focus of these shows to hammer into us, political concepts that you think is going to make you more money, that you think is very socially celebrated, socially acceptable, whatever the case may be. That's not how you make money. That's how you lose money. And we're seeing the results of that right now. And not to mention, obviously the Gina Carano situation is going to play a huge part in that, but Kevin Feige, the MCU, Marvel right now is ruining the potential future of Star Wars and Marvel on Disney Plus. Think about The Mandalorian. There is no political agendas being pushed in that show whatsoever. The only thing that people really complained about is the all-female scene in the season 2 finale. And I didn't even realize it was an all-female scene until the second time I watched the show. Like I said, we have Kevin Feige coming out and saying stuff like this. And then, saying stuff like this. It's just, it's over and over and over. Kevin Feige, if you want to showcase LGBTQ characters in the MCU, which is fine. I don't have a, specific problem with them having LGBTQ characters in the MCU. I don't care. But the fact that that's a focus, that's where you falter. That's where you mess up. That's where you lose money. That's where you lose Disney Plus subscribers. It's not what people want. We want escapism. We do not want politics being shoved down our throats. And then we also have stuff like this. Marvel reveals Steve Rogers no longer believes in the American dream in first issue of the United States of Captain America. It's just making people lose interest in Marvel overall. It's going to hurt Star Wars. It's going to hurt Disney Plus as a whole. but it's really going to hurt Marvel. It's really going to hurt, you know, the interest in Marvel. And obviously it's still going to be there. All the casuals will still be there. All the normies, as they say, will still go out and watch those movies, watch those shows, make every single Marvel movie once we get back into, you know, some sort of normality when it comes to the box office. All those Marvel movies will still be billion-dollar movies because people are still going to go see them. They have the Marvel name on them. But when it comes to the success, the long-term success of Disney Plus, these Disney Plus series, you know, like Loki season 2, like maybe, you know, future stuff like WandaVision, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't think those are getting season 2s, but just shows like those, the success of those are really, you know, in jeopardy right now. And honestly, the creation of those shows are in jeopardy right now. The creation of future Star Wars content in jeopardy as well. If Disney can't see that Star Wars, that Mandalorian, that stuff like that, that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are going to simply save Disney Plus, can get all of those subscribers back whenever those shows start releasing. I think the Book of Boba Fett will probably prove that to them once again, but I just hope that they don't knee-jerk reaction to this and say, you know what, this isn't really cutting it. We have to actually diversify quite a bit. We can't rely on Star Wars and Marvel as much as we thought. Let's move on from that and let's start making other types of content. Let's kind of, you know, move away from the Star Wars and Marvel template. Let's not, because, you know, this is Marvel's year right now, and Marvel is really failing Disney Plus. Next year is supposed to be Star Wars year, and I think it's going to be huge for Disney Plus. I think that the subscriber numbers are going to boom next year whenever all that Star Wars content comes out. But let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you think about the subscriber numbers on Disney Plus doing really badly, possibly putting the future of Star Wars and Marvel in jeopardy? What do you think about all of that stuff? Do you think it's a bunch of BS, or do you think that Star Wars and Marvel's future could truly be in trouble? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both those links will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. I hope to see you in the next one.